Okay, never mind. We'll do it in a second when I'm sure that the recording will catch it. When's the last time we actually recorded a Monday Night Magic on Monday night? So there was no show that week. That week was Thursday.
Yep.
I think our last one was on the 24th.
The 24th of September. Wow. And then we got one on Thursday the 4th?
Yep.
Sounds right.
Okay. All right. So what I need everyone to do is give me the thumbnail pose. Somehow.
The thumbnail pose?
Something that will look... Okay.
Something that's just like weird and standouty?
No, just something that involves all of us looking at the camera so I don't have to frame by frame and try to find one where Bill's actually looking at things at us and Cluze isn't blinking and I'm not sneezing. Okay, that's a good thumbnail.
All right, then. I have enough plushies that I will get through.
Are we good to go? I think we're good to go.
I think so.
All right.
I think so.
Thank goodness. So. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Monday Night Magic here on twitch.tv/themanapool.
On Monday.
On Monday, amazingly
On Monday,
enough.
that's right. It's truth in advertising, or at
It's
least
even nighttime.
It is. It's dark outside
we don't
and everything.
guarantee that it's nighttime or Monday when you are listening to this.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
Offer not valid in Utah. It only has 4 letters, so...
Who? So, this is Monday Night Magic number 627, and I am Chewie. Hi.
Yes, he is.
Hello.
To my right is Squee,
Hello, I am on the internet.
and further to the right is Cluze.
I doubt I'm further to the right, but yes, I'm over here.
Physically, you are further
Okay,
to the
sure.
right.
All right, fine. Yes. Yes.
So, as you might know, we didn't record last week because I wasn't here.
Yes.
And the week before that, we didn't record until we recorded an emergency Thursday evening Magic. Because of the
that was weird.
Magic Fest announcement and all the nonsense that went with that. That we didn't want to leave something like 10 days until now.
Imagine if we had not recorded that one and tonight we were recapping everything from the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
It would be.
So, as it is, let's dive right in for our Grand Prix catch-up nonsense.
Yeah.
So we have
Fair warning, it's a bunch of limited events. We will not be spending a lot of time on them.
Yeah, we're going to monster through these. So, 2 weeks ago, we had GP Montreal, which was limited.
Yeah.
And bilingual.
1,070 people.
1,070 people. Who won? Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Thank you, website. That was weird. So, wait. So this guy is referred to everywhere else as Christopher Leonard, but on his picture it says Christopher Leonard who win.
Yeah.
Is that a typo or is that his full name?
It's probably a case of a mistake in the coding that populates the content boxes, because if I click on his profile and read it, it's his full name.
Yes, it's Christopher Leonard who win. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think their tool just had limited character room and they shortened it, because it also has a comma after Christopher in it.
But like up here, it's Christopher Leonard rules Ravnica. Oh well.
He does? Does Jace know?
I mean, does Jace care?
No. Oh, goodness, no.
So anyway, he won. Michael von Vals is in second. Andrew Resor is in third. Isaac Krut, one of those, is in fourth. Martin Gauthier, Martin G, took fifth. Alex Watt
and is also a pastry chef.
Who?
Martin Gauthier. He's a pastry chef. Did you not look at his profile?
Why
It's
would I
right
look at
there.
anybody's profile? I don't
Just
care
to find
who
out what
these
these
people
people
are.
do. Look, Magic players come from all walks of life, and I think it's interesting that he's a pastry chef. Besides, I
Okay.
like pastries.
Steph is a pastry chef too. Yeah.
All of these things are true.
So okay, where was I? 6th place is Alex Watt, Andrew Abella in 7th, and
He's
Chris,
a neuroscientist.
What is Chris Ha? Okay,
Yeah.
finished 8th.
I don't know what he does. A clinical research assistant.
You're not helping us get through this quickly, Cluze.
No, but I was amused by it. I'm sorry. I shall be quiet.
At least somebody was. So that is, where was that? Montreal.
That was
That
Montreal.
harsh, man.
Look, you're the one who was like, "Can we make this a short episode?"
Hey, that all I said was that it not go forever. That's all. And see, we're already done with this tournament and moving on to the next one. I don't see what the problem is.
True. So let's move on to GP Mexico City.
Can't believe
Yeah.
that worked.
416 people, limited.
416, is that all?
That's 416. It wasn't a GP for only 16 people, although that would be really interesting.
That would.
Go ahead.
416.
In first place, we've got Mark Jacobson, who took the whole thing down. Second place, we have Logan Nettles. Third place... Holy crap, I knew he finished well. Jason Chan, also known as Amaz, in third place. So for all those people who didn't think he deserved to be at that one Pro Tour or, you know, in the Silver Showcase, look, he just took third at a GP. How many of you have taken third at a GP?
I will admit that of all the profiles to skim over, I do like his previous Magic accomplishments,
What was that?
which consists of Brian Kibler follows me on Twitter.
Sick.
I appreciate that.
In fourth place, Francisco Cifuentes is in fourth place. I already said that.
Yes.
You did, yes.
Steve Rubin took fifth. Martin Juza took sixth. Nice. Carlos Pal finished seventh, and Felix. How do you say that? Grizzies?
Grizes?
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 Greasies?
Gr-
Felix
Grizzlies.
Greasies. Let's not say that.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Felix G took eighth place. And again, these are limited. So
Yeah.
Right.
there's really nothing else to say there.
40 cards recommended. There you go.
Yeah, preferably play 40. Boom. All right, now we move to last weekend, right?
Yeah, for GPs.
Yes.
Yeah. Where we have, these are all team limited, so now we have lots of names to read off.
Yeah, we do.
So we're in GP Nagoya.
Yeah, where we had 664 teams, meaning 1992 players.
Damn,
Busy one.
that's a lot of people in, where are we? Nagoya.
Nagoya, yeah.
All right, so first place was the team of Ken Yukihiro, Rei Sato, and Kentaro Yamamoto. Those are big names.
I was going to say, I feel like I know all those names.
I think so, yeah. Second place, we have you.
Bless you.
Okay.
I
So
think.
something got hung, like,
You got
just
stuck
as
on
I tried
Yu-Gi-Oh.
to say his first name, and then I sneezed. It was very strange.
Don't
Hang
die.
on. Yes, sir. First rule. I
Rule
forget.
1.
Okay, let me try this again. Yuya Hokusawa. And Makihito Mihara and Naoki Shimizu. How was that? Is that okay?
Close enough.
Excellent. Third place, we have Yuki Matsumoto, Shuhei Nakamura, and Yoshihiko Ikawa. And Shuhei's eyes were closed in the picture.
I like to imagine that he's deep in.
Yeah, he's just
He's playing mental magic in the
Feel
middle
that-
of this photo.
He's,
feel
he's
that top
centering
four.
himself, yeah.
And then rounding out the top four, the team of Hirotoshi Yoshiura. Sure.
Yoshiura.
Shoya Kato? How do you...
Kato.
Okay. And Naoya Kawanishi.
Naoya Kawanishi.
You know what? Not bad.
Well
Yeah.
done.
And I feel like a lot of these names in this this top 4 are well known in
Yeah.
in the
Seems
Magic
good.
scene. Yeah.
And again, this
So-
was team limited, so nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Boom. So let's go to Denver. Oh. Well. That's a
Okay.
thing.
With 506 teams, meaning 18 players.
Not bad. All right. The winning team is the team of Jack Dobbin, Jacob Baugh, and Andrew Tenjum. Bow? Baugh? It's one of those. I think it depends on where he's from as to how you say that.
Mm-hmm.
In second place, the team of Brandon Ayers, Peter Ye, and John Rolfe. Peter Ye? Peter Yay! That's how I'm going to pretend that's how you say his name.
Fair enough.
In third place, the team of Max Margolis, Matthew Del Grosso, and Chris Spear. And then fourth place, we've got Frank Scarron, Steve Rubin, and Pete Ingram. Bam! GP Denver.
Bam.
Good job,
Nice.
everybody.
Look at
Way
that.
too
Once again, team limited. So, team limited.
Yeah.
All right. So, enough of that. We haven't had a standard GP yet, and in fact,
We won't for a bit.
hey, there it was. Excuse
job.
me. We don't
Survival.
get a standard GP until the weekend of the 26th. We get New Jersey and Lille. Ow.
So, not the coming weekend, the one after.
Yeah.
One right before Halloween.
Yeah.
Oogie.
Very.
When we all gather around the campfire and we tell tales of that pack of Liliana M&Ms that I still have to this very day. Ooh.
Do
Oh,
you really?
I bet those probably
Probably.
are haunted, actually, by this
Yeah,
point.
I probably do.
Yeah, 'cause I think I finally pitched mine the last time I moved.
I would not recommend eating them, but
Oh,
then again, it's
goodness, no.
chocolate. Thin candy shell.
All right, then. So, way back on the 5th of October, this was the day after we recorded Thursday Evening Magic?
Yes.
Yeah, the first half of the Star City...
Yeah, that's actually the branded name. The StarCityGames.com.
So let me try that again. The first half of the SCG Tour was announced
Yeah.
with only one standard event and only one legacy event. Everything else is modern or team constructed. And there's one team modern, not unified modern, just team modern. Which I bet that will be a large mess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to Columbus, Ohio, Worcester, Mass, Indianapolis, Indiana, Baltimore, Maryland, Dallas, Texas, Syracuse, New York, the SCG Regional Championships. That's not a location. Oh, the championships
Maybe it's
are...
a flyover state.
They're regional, so that's the weekend where all the regionals happen everywhere, I guess.
makes sense.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cincinnati, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Richmond, Virginia, Syracuse,
Hey, what do
New
you got
York,
against Cleveland?
Louisville, Kentucky, and Roanoke, Virginia for SCG Con. There you go. The link is in the show notes, so yeah.
You must find it weird that Cincinnati and Cleveland are back to back.
Yeah, well,
Ohio's a
But-
really big state, so
No, it's not. That's not a place.
they're back to back with a week in between them, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like a 2-week gap. It's not like they can just pretend they're saving money by holding over a week.
Weird.
That's just weird scheduling all around.
Of course, all the registration rewards and playmat rewards and all that stuff is all. Oh, the cost to enter an open is jumping up to $60 individual and $180 for teams.
Well, that math checks out.
So, I don't know what it was before, but hey, it's more now.
Okay.
Or it will be more for these. The StarCityGames.com Players Championship is coming back. Okay.
Yeah.
Which they got rid of, but I don't remember why. But hey, it's back now.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. Link is in the show notes if you want to see any more.
Yep. And keep in mind, this just goes through June, so
Yeah,
there will
first half.
presumably be more announcements down the road.
So now we go to the Star City event that we missed, which was Columbus.
Yeah, which is not limited because Star City event.
Yeah, so this one was team constructed, so we're going to pay, as always, less attention to the deck lists here. I will take a quick glance at the standard ones.
Yeah.
Because this is the actual first look at new standard.
But just keep in mind that due to the nature of team constructed, any one deck doing well here doesn't mean as much as it would in an all-one format tournament.
Correct. Okay, I've got them all open. So, let's see here. In first place, we have Victor Logan, who's the legacy player playing Grixis Control. Eric Schupman was the standard player playing Selesnya Tokens, and Lucas Parson was the modern player playing Humans. Selesnya Tokens... District
Exactly
God.
what it sounds like.
Venerated Loxodon. Ooh. That's brutal. Imara, of course. Shalai, Voice of Plenty. That makes sense. Tristani Discordant is kind of nuts. Yeah, History of Benalia makes sense. March of the Multitudes makes a lot of sense. Legion's Landing, yup.
Sap.
Flower Flourish. Search your library for a base. Okay. Or creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And Sapperling Migration also makes sense. So, yeah, it is definitely straight up Selesnya tokens. Cool.
I appreciate how Selesnya decks are always pretty straightforward, just by nature.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they always are.
Why would Sapperlings migrate?
Because they get better Wi-Fi over there.
Also, it could be wintertime all of a sudden.
Well, yeah, but I that's not really what plant life tends to do.
Sapperlings are only kind of plant life, though.
I think that they actually just hibernate underneath ponds.
Have you seen what lives in ponds in Ravnica?
Ew.
I would leave too.
It's been a joke about birds.
Could you imagine Ravnican pond scum?
I think that's what Golgari does.
Oh, yeah.
Ravnica.
Okay, then. So, second place. Todd Stevens is playing Selesnya tokens for standard. Collins Mullen playing Burn in modern. And Jody Keith playing 12 post in legacy. And I was told to look at this deck.
The 12 post?
12 post has both flavors of Emrakul, Kozilek, the Great Distortion, and Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, and 2 copies of the Ugin.
Okay, then.
Jesus.
Deck knows what it wants to do.
Oh, Candelabra of Tawnos.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Ew.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, and From Beyond. Whew.
How many copies of Candelabra are in that deck?
4.
All of them.
God.
Yeah, and there's a Tabernacle and a Caracas. This is an expensive-ass deck.
Wow.
Legacy, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, then. So, the standard... Whoop, hang on. Too many tabs open. Oh. Todd Stevens' version of Selesnya tokens has Lyra Dawnbringer. Whoo. And Thorn Lieutenant.
Keep Lyra Dawnbringer in mind for later.
Cool. Everything else looks pretty much the same, though. Okay.
Get
Moving
Vivian
on.
Reed hiding in the board.
In third place, we've got Max McVady running Mono Red Aggro in Standard.
I approve.
Andrew Ellenbogen running Jeskai in Modern. And Clay...
Don't approve.
What he said. And Clay Spickelmeyer playing Grixis Delver in Legacy.
Wonder if he's related to John Spickelmeyer.
Pretty sure you've asked that before.
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah.
And I still don't know.
Dang it, man. Somebody
but
get
I
in touch with the
somebody would know.
Spickelmeyers.
I hope John Spickelmeyer is doing well.
So we've
I
got...
mean, I hope Clay is too, but I mean, I don't really know him.
So we've got Fanatical Firebrand, Gitu Lava Runner, Chain Whirler, of course, Rekindling Phoenix, yup. Runaway Steamkin. Ooh.
Never coming back. No, that's Runaway Train. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And the Vaishino Pyromancer. What else we got? Experimental Frenzy.
Is there any other
really?
A frenzy.
Dude. Experimental Frenzy is hilarious when you run out of cards.
Yeah.
Wow. Lightning Strike Risk Factor, which is the new Browbeat, whose name I can never remember, so I will just call it Risk Factor forever. I mean, new Browbeat forever, rather.
That's fair.
I was going to say, if you call it Risk Factor, I think you're actually remembering its name.
Yeah. You know, Jumpstart Browbeat.
Its name is Risk Factor.
Also Shock and Wizard's Lightning. So
I'm shocked.
I really like the Runaway Steamkin in this deck.
I appreciate any deck that's willing to go in with Experimental Frenzy.
Yeah.
Period. I don't even care what the rest of the deck does.
Like, that's just nuts.
I'm going to keep appreciating it until they put it in a blue deck, and then I'm going to be sad.
A blue deck probably won't run out of cards, though.
They never do, those bastards.
Yeah. Which, like, the whole point of Experimental Frenzy is, well, I have no cards in hand, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, the blue deck would rather have cards and choose when to use them. I'm just imagining the misery of it, being like, well, I see the counterspell.
Except you don't, because the top card isn't revealed.
Yeah, you can look at it. They can.
You're right, it's not revealed. Yeah.
So Experimental Frenzy, for those of you listening later that aren't watching this or don't know the card, for 3 and a red, it's the rare enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play the top card of your library. You can't play cards from your hand, and 3 and a red to destroy Experimental Frenzy.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that everyone could see that, but you're entirely right. So,
yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so that was that. 4th place, Mike Saad, S-A-A-D, is running a mono red aggro. Ken Parson is running mono green Tron in Modern, and Joshua Willie is running Death and Taxes in Legacy. What is this mono red? Okay, this one is slightly less ridiculous. It's got the Flame of Keld instead of Experimental Frenzy. Experimental Frenzy is in the board, though. Huh.
I appreciate all the 4s in this deck.
I do too.
Yeah.
And the 21 mountains.
Seems good.
Diamond Mare.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the Diamond Mare in the sideboard there in this mono red aggro deck. Wonder what color
so
they're gonna
weird.
choose.
Weird. Okay, so 5th place, Paul Kerbel. Kerbel is running Elves in Modern. Kyle Palmer is running Boros Angels in Standard.
I approve.
And Justin Gebbing is running Mono Red Prison in Legacy.
It's like my favorite team so far.
Right? Okay,
They know
so
what they wanna
Boros
do. Let's eat
Angels
lunch.
is running the Adanto Vanguard. That makes sense. Knight of Grace. Yep. Resplendent Angel. Ooh.
Boom.
Seems good. Aurelia,
Artex.
Lyra, and Shalai. Damn.
That's why I said remember Lyra, because Boros Angels is a thing, at least for this weekend.
That's a pretty sick Air Force they've got there.
It looks like the really cool pre-con that you knew they'd never release because it's got so many mythics in it.
Yeah. And look at this. Main deck Deafening Clarion.
Yeah. Sure.
Which the card makes little to no sense flavorfully, but you know what? It's pretty awesome.
In a world of creatures that have enough toughness, it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
So there you go. That's the Boros Angels deck. 6th place, Richard Nixon, no relation, I'm guessing, is running Mono Red Aggro in Standard. Benjamin Stewart has Mardu Pyromancer for Modern, and Tyler Lutz has Punishing Abzan for Legacy. This Mono Red Aggro deck has Legion Warboss in the main. Ooh.
He was in the board earlier.
Instead of
the earlier one had it in the board.
Yeah, instead of the Rekindling Phoenix. It's also got the Experimental Frenzy in the board with Flame of Keld in the main. Cool. Looks like the base of the deck, at least this first week, is set, and now it's just tweaking.
It's like, let's pick the best red cards and go with it. Which is fair. That's certainly
Sounds
fair
like
week
a
1.
Solid red strategy, honestly.
So in 7th place, Jonathan Rosum is running Esper Control for Standard. Kazu Negri is running Jeskai in Modern, and Dylan Donegan running Grixis Control in Legacy.
Hey, I know that guy.
Esper Control runs Chromium the Mutable as its only creature. 4 copies of Teferi. And then a lot of, misery and nonsense.
Yeah.
See, you tell me Chromium's in here, but I just see a small guy in a trench coat. Who may or may not be the size of a dragon's foot standing in front of that dragon.
Let's see. What do we have here? Chemister's Insight. The draw 2 cards with Jumpstart instant. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What else is new? Sinister Sabotage. The counter target spell with Surveil 1. Yep. What else is new? And Ritual of Soot, which destroys all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. That is also not surprising. So yeah, pretty good. All right. And then the 8th place decks, Hollow One by Bill Schweiman, one of those in Modern. Miracles by Siddhartan Sriharan. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Sriharan is right.
Yeah, if you pronounce that name right, it is a miracle.
I'm thinking it's like Siddharthan? Siddharthan?
Probably.
Siddharthan? It's one of those. Something like that.
Siddharthan. We're wrong, and we know we're wrong.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
in case there's any ambiguity here.
Trying to tune into it. And then Ian Ullman playing Golgari mid-range in Standard. Let's go look at that. Oh my god, Burglar Rat.
Bam.
Wow. District Guide. Golgari Find Broker. Nice. Jade Light Ranger, yup. Merfolk Branchwalker, yup. Ravenous Chupacabra, yup.
Chupa thingy.
Threshing Bronto Dave, yup. Oh my god, Izoni Thousand-Eyed. That seems good. Then we have Vivian Reed, Vraska Golgari Queen, and Vraska Relic Seeker. Ooh. 2 flavors of Vraska. What else? The Eldest Reborn, Cast Down, Vraska's Contempt, Journey to Eternity. And Find Finality. This looks pretty solid.
I like the Ritual of Soot in the board.
It's really good.
When you're going into a weekend where you're pretty sure there are going to be a bunch of aggro decks because it's brand new, not a bad call.
Plague Crafter in the board, too, is pretty funny.
It's like a Lens Crafter, but for plagues?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, your plague is ready in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It gives me some time to walk around and maybe eat something.
Yeah, you can stop at the Orange Julius and...
Oh, no, I'm not getting 2 plagues.
Hey. I like Orange Julius. Actually, I like Strawberry Julius's.
Delicious.
Anyway, so there you go. That's the top 8 of the team event.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. So let's go to... How many people were in that, by the way? I don't even think we...
The team constructed open was 271 teams, meaning 813 players.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the standard event. How many people were there?
Standard event was 146, standard classic.
That's pretty good for a standard classic here lately.
Yeah. Especially on brand new weekend, limited card availability, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So first up, we've got Brian Cooper playing Boros Angels.
Hey, look at that.
Yep. Which is... Oh, it's got a Johnny Adversary of Tyrants. Ooh.
Yeah.
But that's about it as far as difference. Second place, Andrew Jessup playing Grixis Control. Boom! Dream Eater. Called it. Card is dumb. Card is dumb. Card is very dumb.
We knew that.
What?
Didn't we know that?
Did we?
I think we might have known that.
Oh, okay.
It's like we knew that.
Card is so dumb.
Yeah, just look at the card.
Also, Nicol Bolas.
Also dumb, but for different reasons.
What else is going on over here? New stuff. Oh, what's this? Notion Rain. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, that seems good. Ritual of Soot, of course. Thought Erasure. Yeah. Okay.
Whenever I see fungal infection in a deck list, I wonder how many people have the awkward thing of walking up to like a game store and just asking if they have any fungal infections. Or if it's just one of those things that you calmly thumb through a giant common box so you don't have to. These are the things I think about. I'm sorry.
You have anything for fungal infection?
Well, I've got a Circle of Protection black.
That card doesn't do anything against that.
Oh no. Well, then I can't help you, buddy. You're gonna have to go to Walgreens.
Just don't go to CVS. Your receipt is still printing.
Aw. In
Well, it gives me
third,
something to, grab while I'm waiting at the Plague Crafters.
oh, I'll add that to the title.
in third place, we've got Mono Red Aggro by Mark Cake. I'm just gonna call him Mark Cake. Which is, yep, it's got the Experimental Frenzy in the main. The rest looks like we've seen. Shiver
Very nice.
Fire. Whoa. Excuse me. Fourth place, Jesse Hedman is running Boros Angels. This one is different.
Yeah,
Ooh, it's got
some other friends in there.
Banalish Marshal, Goblin Instigator, Siege Gang Commander.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that guy.
So this is like Boros Angels tokens.
Yeah. I think this is probably one of the more aptly, this is actual mid-range. It's got a bunch of heavy stuff at the end and a bunch of stuff to do in the early game.
It's got Justice Strike, which is right up there for awesome names of a card. Sounds like something that Darkwing Duck would say.
Justice Strike?
Yeah. Or definitely
Yeah,
the
it
Tick.
sounds like an over-the-top comic book attack.
Yeah. And then we have Response Resurgence. Deal 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature or creatures you control. Gain first strike and vigilance until end of turn. And an additional combat. Well, that's pretty good. And Lava Coil with the disturbing flavor text.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that this deck has different ways it can go.
Yeah?
Again, we're still in the first week, and this was last week, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's no telling what we'll
the
get.
actual first week.
Yeah, there's no telling what we'll get, next week.
Yeah.
Boom. Moving on. Boros Aggro by Patrick Kenkel
Nice.
in 5th place. Oh, Boros Challenger. Yep. Dauntless Bodyguard, Knight of Grey, Swiftblade Vindicator. Whew, that guy's sick.
Yeah.
Aurelia, Lyra, and Tajik being extra shiny.
Oh man, it's like he always wants to be foil.
Then History of Benalia, yep. Integrity Intervention, yep. Justice Strike, Lightning Strike, and Legion's Landing. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, and
What?
we lost Cluze.
Ah.
Cluze is back.
Yep, am I?
Well, your picture's not, but your voice is.
Yep, hold on. Stand by. The mute button threw me off the call again. It's not how that's supposed to work.
Yeah, it's been doing that lately. I've just stopped muting and decided you can listen to sirens.
All right, well then I'm just gonna cough, just right into the mic, or maybe I'll lean away. Chocolate rain.
Some stay dry. Others feel the pain. Okay, 6th place, Just Got Control by Terran Hook. Oh, Crackling Drake and Niv Mizzet Perrin. Whew. And
really?
Ral is it Viceroy and freaking Teferi.
You didn't make the
Freaking
noise.
different.
Eh.
There we go.
Look at him changing the rules.
Chemister's Insight, Essence Scatter, Ionize, Justice Strike. Justice Strike is just everywhere for 2 mana. That thing kills itself.
Yeah, I mean, sold.
Yeah. Lightning
It scales
Strike.
well.
Yeah, it does. Lightning Strike, Sinister Sabotage, Search for Azcanta,
Haven't we found that yet?
Cleansing Nova.
I mean, we will eventually if we go
Nice.
through enough upkeeps and graveyard.
Deafening Clarion, Lava Coil is the rest of the deck. Seems good. I do like that it has, win conditions like Crackling Drake and Niv Mizzet. And it's not just Teferi. Teferi is a win condition in and of himself. Just makes me want to die.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
I like how even, like, Rawl looks upset being next to Teferi. Like, really? Why can't we go back to you having legendary planeswalkers so he might be over there?
In 7th place, Evan Whitehouse is playing Golgari mid-range, and this deck is already different with the Glowspore Shaman. Huh.
Oh, it's like that Groot scene from Guardian.
A little bit, yeah.
Neat.
Spoilers.
The first one.
Molder Hulk is in here, too. Ooh. And a Seeker Squire. Wow. Okay. And Stitcher Supplier. And there's a Zoni.
Stitcher Supplier sounds like it's another place that you could hang out at the mall while you're waiting at Playcrafters.
Is this the first Assassin's Trophy that we've seen in Standard?
I think so. For all the hype, this is the first one we've seen listed here, but we've had a lot of red decks, so.
We also haven't been looking at the other formats for it. Apple Cork subscribed for 16 months in a row, but I didn't hear it pop up. Did it pop up, you guys?
I have the thing muted so that I don't hear you twice. So
Yeah, and I'm not watching the stream.
I wasn't asking you two. I was asking the chat, actually.
Oh,
but,
that is fair.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll not answer.
Weird. Okay.
That
Well, thank you. 16 months in a row is kind of insane.
Yeah.
So, Apple Cork didn't see it pop. Great. That means my nonsense is... It was working earlier.
In the before times.
Thousands of years ago.
Maybe not quite thousands. Okay, then. So, 8th place, we have... Oh, God, this. We have Scott Ruggiero, let's say. Yeah, something like that. Playing mono blue aggro.
I'm uncomfortable.
As well you should be. Which, before the show, we were looking at this and realized that... What did we call it, Bill?
Oh, it's Fairy Fish.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like all of the aggro of a fish deck with all of the nonsense that's blue in a fairy deck.
So let's run through it. Exclusion Mage. When it enters the battlefield, bounce an opponent's creature. Okay. Merfolk Trickster. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls, and it loses all abilities until end of turn.
With flash.
Oh, yeah, with flash. Let's not forget that part.
That's why it's more like a fairy that happens to be a fish.
Mistcloaked Herald. It's unblockable. Night Veil Sprite. When it attacks, you surveil one. Whew. Siren Storm Tamer. A 1/1 flyer that you can sacrifice to counter a spell or ability that targets one of your creatures.
Or you.
Oh, you or a creature you control. Oh.
Yeah.
Even better. The Warkite Marauder, the 2/1 flyer that when it attacks, it turns an opponent's creature, one of an opponent's creatures, into a 0/1 with no abilities. And then I think the reason this deck exists, the Tempest Djinn, the 0/4 flyer that gets +1/+0 for each basic island you control for blue, blue, blue.
But you'd have to run basic islands in your deck. How many would you run in a mono blue deck?
Turns out 21.
I would run mountains.
You would.
And then it's got Curious Obsession.
That is curious.
Which is actually pretty good. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. But at the beginning of your end step, if you didn't attack with a creature this turn, you sacrifice it.
Seems real good with the Mistcloaked Herald in this
Yeah,
deck.
it does. Yeah.
It's like the reddest blue card I've ever seen.
Except for that draw a card bit, yes. Very much so.
It would be like a rummage effect or something if it was actually red.
Yeah. You've got Dive Down, which says no, don't kill whatever creature you're targeting. +0/+3 and hexproof.
Yeah.
Essence Scatter, Spell Pierce, Wizard's Retort, and Chart a Course. So it's all of your blue attacky dudes that have bonus value when you play them, and then all of your No, leave them alone. Stuff in blue. Yeah, this mono blue aggro, straight up.
Yeah. Got some Diamond Mare in the board.
Yeah, because aggro decks, as we saw with most of the mono red ones, are running Diamond Mare in the board because sometimes you just need a little bit of life just to keep hammering your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems good. There were more mono blue aggros, or at least one more in the top 16. Yeah, so rounding out the rest of the top 16, mono red aggro, another mono
Yay.
blue, another mono red,
Ooh, yay.
another Golgari mid range, Esper control, mono red, Selesnya tokens,
Yay.
and a Jeskai control, which has Ral, Teferi, and Jeskai things.
Jeskai stuff.
So there you go. There's the first week of Standard.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. So let's take a quick look at Modern. See if any of this crazy stuff appeared there. So Peter Oakes took. How many people were in the Modern event, by the way?
Modern had 203.
203. So we're in Modern. Peter Oakes won with Amulet Titan.
Does that normally run Zakama?
No.
I didn't think so.
It's got a Hornet Queen and Zakama. Good lord.
Yeah.
I think we've seen Zakama before, but I don't remember if it was in an Amulet Titan deck or not.
I don't think it was in there, but I don't usually pay as close attention to them, so that could be a thing too.
But I mean,
I just
when
like
you've
the-
got... Wait, no, you don't. Oh, you've got Summoner's Pact.
Ooh, you should pay for that.
Yeah, that doesn't cheat it into play. I'm like, oh, but you've got... Nope, that's just Summoner's Pact. What? This is trippy.
Yeah.
All right, then. Neat. In second place, Michael Coyle is running Grixis Whir.
Were?
Is it Whir of Invention? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Improvise.
What is going on here? Bottled Cloister. Wow. Chalice of the Void. Crucible of Worlds. Damping Sphere. Engineered Explosives. Ensnaring Bridge. Expedition Map. Grafdigger's Cage. Mistress Bauble. Pyrite Spellbomb. Oh. Anytime there's one Pyrite Spellbomb, that's probably
I know the deck does.
the win condition. Yeah. Sorcerer's Spyglass. Tormod's Crypt. Welding Jar. Witchbane Orb. Whir of Invention. And Mox Opal. So... Wait. How do you... How does this deck win? What do you do? I know I'm missing something because there are
To
lots
complete
of...
the loop on it.
Yeah, like what is the loop? There are lots of disparate elements here that don't seem to be... Bottled Cloister plus Ensnaring Bridge is fun. Yes, it is. Because that means just, nope, you can't hit me. Seriously, though, how does this work?
I'm
Clearly-
looking through the
oh,
lands because
There's an Inventor's Fair.
yeah, because you've got Crucible of Worlds.
You've got Crucible of Worlds.
Yeah. Whenever I see Crucible of Worlds in the main, I'm like, okay, what are we doing in the lands that's getting recurred?
There's also Academy Ruins.
Yeah.
Talaria West. Wait, no. That doesn't help with Crucible.
No, you mostly use that for tutoring.
Yeah. All right, then.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of steps to tell your opponent that when you're done with this, they're dead.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, this deck seems awful. I hate
A little
it.
bit, yeah. Let's move on.
Okay.
Here we go, Cluze. This is more your speed. Ryan Murray in
Yeah.
third is playing Burn.
Burn.
Good old modern Burn with no fancy new cards in it because it's modern Burn.
What more would you need?
Exactly. Moving on. Steven
Legacy
Stewart in fourth place is playing Burn.
Burn.
Okay. In fifth place, Hagen McHenry is running Jeskai.
Just Jeskai?
Yeah. Snapcaster
No.
Mage, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Teferi.
Oh, hey, that card's gonna break modern.
Teferi?
No, Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's a lot of normal what you'd expect. Okay, moving on. 6 plays. Rob Chase is playing Dredge.
Because he doesn't play Magic.
Bloodghast, Golgari Thug, Narcomoeba, Prized Amalgam, Stinkweed Imp. Yeah, this is very much...
Sounds Dredge to me.
Yeah, it's very much Dredge. Okay, moving on. John Pellman is running the Rakdos Vengevine deck that has been so popular here lately. Seems good.
Yeah.
I have hiccups again.
Yeah, you do.
And then Adam Francie is running Bant Spirits. Another deck that has been quite popular since...
the Ghost.
Since what's the damn thing that was printed? The Supreme Phantom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and that's your top 8.
Yeah.
Rest of the top 16, Hardened Scales, Dredge, Jund Death Shadow, Grixis Death Shadow. Wait, Jund Death Shadow? That's new. Bedlam Reveler. And Mishra's Bauble. Oh, there's Assassin's Trophy in Modern.
Got there.
Huh, yeah, okay. That seems neat. Bam. So Jund Death Shadow, Grixis Death Shadow, Jund, Jeskai, Amulet Titan, and another Vengevine.
Yeah, that Amulet Titan deck also has a comma, so maybe that's just a thing now.
Maybe that's just a thing now.
This is our life.
Weird. All right, so all we have left is Legacy. How many players were playing Legacy?
There were 103 players for the king of all formats here at the StarCityGames.com Classic in, where are we, Columbus? Columbus. And in first place, we have Steven Seliskar? Yeah, let's go with Seliskar, who sadistically wants to bring back all the things that weren't even cast in the first place with a red-black Reanimator deck. He beat out John McDermott, which is fitting because I don't like Grixis Control. In third place, Hank Weist will tell you all about the Omni. I assume this deck is a theme deck built around a 1977 Dodge in forest green Sunfire Metallic with a dark chestnut interior, but I don't know why.
It's like we're there.
In fourth place, Alex Hahn would like you to attend his luncheon where there will be a short presentation about real estate timeshares. The timeshares may also contain Eldrazi. This was an Eldrazi post deck joke. No?
Okay. Nah.
I mean, I'm afraid of timeshares, so why not?
All right, it's fair.
Also that.
No, I mean, don't go to him, is what I'm going to say. In fifth place, Evan Scar is playing Delver. No joke. Still just hate the card. In sixth place... Nick Hanna is a loose cannon who just won't play by the department's rules, but you can't argue with his results, so we tolerate this Maverick's shenanigans. In seventh place, Jesse Hefner has the only deck that matters, Goblins.
Whoa.
Yeah, and what a Goblins deck. You should look at this, man.
I am.
Okay.
33 creatures. 33 creatures. All goblins, all the time. Got a thing you want to do? We got a goblin that does that thing. Here he is. Just go ahead, use him.
Did you see the new guy making the cut here?
Yeah, so we got Goblin Crater Maker in here, which is spiffy. I like Goblin Crater Maker, a 2/2 for 2 with 1 colorless and one generic, and sacrifice him, deals 2 damage to target creature, or destroy target colorless non-land permanent. I feel like that could be useful. Like real useful. We also have, the normal things, Lackey, Matron, Piledriver, Ringleader, but we've got a Sharpshooter in here for lots of shenanigans there. A Goblin Trashmaster. Once again, we're going to blow up some artifacts, but our Goblins also get a +1/+1. That's probably good. And Kiki Jiki. You like Kiki Jiki?
If you like second best.
I like yeah, he is second best. That's true. There is no Squee in this deck. You know how many spells are in this deck? Like, not creatures, not lands. We have 4 spells main deck. Can you at home guess what those are? There, I'll give you a hint. 4 of the same card.
Ooh. Yeah, I can read it though.
Yeah, it's Ether Vial. It's totally Ether Vial.
Wow.
Of course it's Ether Vial. Come on.
This is literally full on goblins.
I like the. They decided to do a thing They're doing that thing. I like it a lot.
Got your Cavern of Souls. You've got your Rashadan Port.
Yep.
Damn.
Got some wastelands.
Got the matrons up in here.
Got a plateau because I don't know why. Oh, because
hey,
you've got Thalia in the board.
I was gonna say, who
And
is that
Containment
we should
Prix.
spot in the sideboard there? But it is Thalia, friend to goblins. I mean, Guardian of the Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that deck a lot. Hey, in 8th place, it's a deck that also happened. It's Colin Castler, also playing Eldrazi Post. Why don't we go back to the 7th place deck, the Goblins deck? Because man, I tell you, just when I thought there was going to be nothing for me but a bunch of blue decks I hated, look at behold the majesty of this deck.
That
Behold
was Majesty.
It is majestic. What do we got outside of the top 8, you ask? Well, some Sneak and Show in 9th, Miracles somehow in 10th, Grixis Delver, some Eldrazi. Oh, there's a Storm in 13th. Without looking, what do you think it is, gentlemen? It's a Storm deck.
Brainstorm.
I mean, Ant is the...
That's right. It is a Brainstorm. No, it's not a Brainstorm.
Ant is the statistical probability.
Yeah, let's see now. There is an Ad Nauseam. There are Tendrils of Agony, and I don't see any wishes. So
Yeah.
this looks like an ant list to me.
That is the most common.
Some Azorius Delver, Grixis Delver, some more Sneak and Show.
Wait,
How about that
Azorius
7th
Delver?
place deck?
Blue-White Delver? Is that a thing?
No, it's not. Don't look at it. Keep going.
It's got a Stoneforge in
It's
it.
got a Stoneforge.
Need the pokey stick.
Delver,
I would also like to point out that that's where the Brainstorm.
Delver, Snapcaster, Stoneforge Mystic, True Name Nemesis, and then, of course, Jace, the Mind Sculptor, Batterskull, and then, of course, your standard blue legacy cards, and the Jite.
The
Huh.
pokey stick. Yeah.
Weird.
Like I said, don't look at it. You'll just encourage them. Don't look at it. And that's your legacy for this week, at least.
This is so simple. Why have we not seen just a blue-white Delver before?
Don't.
I think we do,
encourage
and we
them.
just don't
What
always
did
see
I
them in the
just
top
say?
16.
Oh, that could be. All right, then.
And in that mana base, you can go Esper Delver real easy.
Yeah. Okay, then. So, that's it for the tournaments that we missed while we were gone.
And
Hooray.
exit.
So now it's on to news. First up, remember the Player of the Year race ended in a draw?
Death Madam? Oh, that, yeah.
Well, that's a problem. So
Knife fight.
we're gonna have the playoff at Pro Tour Guilds of Ravnica, where Seth Manfield and Luis Salvato will, beat the dog out of each other, as my co-host Dirk would say.
Yeah.
At the Pro Tour venue, Thursday, November 8th.
In Atlanta, Georgia.
So the format that they will be competing in will challenge their knowledge of the standard constructed format, the various decks in the format, and the matchups with a little twist on a best of 7 showdown. So they're going to have 4 different standard decks without sideboards. Are they doing a Hearthstone tournament? I haven't read this.
Oh, well.
So 4 different standard decks. They supply the lists. Wizards will ensure they have the decks available to them come playoff day. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're getting around the availability issue at the start of it.
Those 4 standard decks submitted by each player cannot overlap by more than 8 non-land cards. Okay.
So no dupes.
So this starts 3 p.m. Atlanta local time on, what was that? Thursday the 8th at
Yeah.
twitch.tv/magic. Okay. Best of 7 using modified standard constructed 1-game match format. Okay, for each 1-game match, they'll select one of their 4 submitted standard decks to battle. Once decks are chosen, selections are revealed to both players. Players will have access to each other's deck list, will have a brief moment to review what they will be playing against, okay? For this modified 1-game match standard format, players will be able to take 1 free mulligan each game, okay? And yeah, once a player wins a match with one of their standard decks, they cannot use that deck for the remainder of the playoff.
It's Overwatch lockout.
It's, well, I mean, this is, what Hearthstone is this? Is this, so there's one that once you, there are 2 Hearthstone tournament formats. One is once you win, a game with a deck, it's out, and one is once you lose a game with a deck, it's out. But I can't remember the names, but this is the once you win one, it's out.
I believe you.
So that's pretty cool. So in order to win, all 4 of their decks have to win. Because best of 7 means, first to 4.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. I like it.
And it'll be on Twitch, so you can watch it.
Yeah. That's really cool. That they're doing This is going to drive me up the wall. Hang on. Hearthstone tournament.
You remember when
formats.
You joked before that they would have to play Hearthstone to determine the winner?
Okay, Conquest is... Any deck that wins a game cannot be played again. Okay, so they're playing Conquest, yeah. And then Last Hero Standing is anytime a deck loses, that it's out. Okay, so they're playing Conquest, the Hearthstone format. Nice.
Okay.
Which, for Magic, given how, deep Standard is, that's actually, really intense. That they each have to have 4 lists, and all the strategy comes in of which of your decks are best against which of their decks, and the mind games that come with which one do you pick first against which one do you think he'll pick first, and it gets nuts once the deeper you go into that. So yeah, that's really cool. Do you play your strongest deck first and hope that they play their strongest decks, or do you start with one of your weaker? That's gonna be really cool to watch, you guys. I'm really glad this isn't just play a best of 5 with a standard deck.
Yeah.
I'm really glad they're doing something different with this. All right, and then after that, well, not after that, unrelated to that, but in the same article, we have introducing the Pro Streaming Series. Brr, brr, brr. So during the week on twitch.tv/magic, you'll see some of the Pro Tour's best competitors stream Magic the Gathering Arena for 3-hour blocks. So the first 2 pros in the Pro Streaming Series are Seth Manfield and Luis Salvato. Hey!
Look at that.
Starting Thursday, October 18th. So starting this week.
Like I say, that's this Thursday.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Luis Salvato streams from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Seth Manfield streams from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. It's a damn shame that that's going to overlap with the Mana Pool, so no one will be watching him. Shut up, Cluze. Shut up, Cluze.
I'm laughing at something unrelated, I swear.
Will that overlap with the Mana Pool? They're in Pacific time.
Oh, was that Pacific time?
It's always Pacific time.
Oh, right, because this is Wizards.
Wait,
Yeah.
It's always Pacific time? I've been doing everything wrong.
Yes, you have. But yeah, that means for our purposes.
Okay, so no one will watch the beginning of Seth Manfield's stream, I guess.
You are the opening act now.
Nice. So start with the Mana Pool, and then when we're done, go watch Seth Manfield stream Arena.
There
Cool.
you go.
But yeah, this is a thing that they're going to be doing during the week now, is getting some pro players to stream some Arena. And no matter how long they've had this in the works, this looks like a response to Jerry T's Worlds protest.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I mean, those are the optics of it, whether or not it's a coincidence.
Yeah. Because one of his things was, there's no star making. They don't push the players at all in the slightest. So this is a good step for just that.
Yeah.
Get more of the pro players visible playing Arena on the Magic stream. Yeah, seems good. Yeah.
All right, then.
So then our last bit of news, if I remember correctly, is this, which I did not read. So, hey, Bill, what's this?
Yeah, so on October 9th, which was obviously a week ago, but it would have been after we recorded anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Blake posted an article addressing Magic's story and what they're doing. So, as you may recall from one of the previous times when we actually recorded, the Magic world is opening up a bit to getting, other professional authors to write things and pull in, a wider range of writers and talent that they can use to tell the story separate from the actual game of the cards. And so, as part of that, they've got a few things mentioned in this article of things to look forward to coming up. The reason that I think that this is interesting news is because they've got some actual direction on what they're going to do with the story. So they want to tell some stories in worlds that the cards aren't going to. So rather than every story being a tie into the current set or the current location, they're willing to tell stories in other places. And they're also going to have some novels, wrapping up the big, Gatewatch and Bolus storyline that's been spanning the last several years as well. So there's a lot of cool nonsense going on there. And they finally noted near the bottom of it that they're going to be working on keeping their continuity straight because there's a lot going on and Magic continuity's gotten kind of complicated. So they're going to be working with Jay and Ellie, who does a lot of Orthos stuff online, to keep that straight. But the big news here is that they are going to use the various books and publications, both online and like actual books, to dig deeper into characters, dig into worlds that we're not necessarily going to put cards in. And I guess as part of the same overall feeling of Magic Fest, just dig into the parts of Magic that are interesting that aren't the cards.
Did they tell us if we're ever going to find out what happened to Sorin?
Not in this article,
Okay,
but
thanks.
that's something that they can go back and do later without having to do an Innistrad set. So maybe. I assume that at this point, Sorin is part of the wall and he's just a decoration. And occasionally they put hats on him. That would be funny. He is now a hat.
Especially if he's still like awake and moving. And get this off
Yeah,
of my
he's
head.
just like sitting there.
Oh, yeah,
And he's
yeah.
yelling and swearing and all of that stuff. And you're like, that's nice. And then they put a sombrero on him.
Yeah.
Where did the sombrero come from? That's the real mystery. We'll get Inspector Jace to figure it out.
Nice.
But yeah, we got comics coming up, novels coming up, web content coming up. So more stories, still focused on the story. Cool. I look forward to seeing what worlds they decide to touch on, because there are some things that I understand they're not going to do cards in, but there's enough going on out there that I want to see more. And they could also use this to experiment with maybe some setting ideas, even if they don't have an actual set yet. And maybe down the road we go to them. So Magic is getting bigger. Always fun.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, then. So that should be everything? Oh, wait, no, there's one more thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this one is miserable, but we have to talk about it because it caused the Magic community to freak out.
Explode.
Yeah. So, let us watch some video, shall we?
Oh, that. Okay, sure.
Of course, neither of my freaking framings work for this.
Just
Damn
move
it.
the window.
I can't. It's full screen.
Oh, well, there's your problem.
Okay, well, this one is slightly better because we're watching the guy on the right. So, check this out. This was streamed by MTG Canada, I guess. And person on the right here cracks a fetch, reaches for his life total, picks up the dual land that was in his graveyard, pretends to shuffle through his library, and puts down the land he picked up from his graveyard. That is miserably blatant. Let's watch that again. Wait, no. No, back
And if you're having trouble seeing it on the stream, or you're just listening to this, then there will be a link in the show notes.
Yeah, link is in the show notes.
It's a very short clip.
Yeah, the clip is only like, what, about 30 seconds long or so?
It is.
And it's just the
something
relevant
like that,
part.
yeah.
You don't have to dig it out of a full stream.
Yeah, and it's, wow. Just, wow.
Faces were made when I saw it.
Yeah, I really
laughed.
wish the odds and ends had a video component because Bill, could you possibly replicate that?
I think most of my look at it was like, it's just like I know that was completely useless for audio as well, but it's the like, really, this is what we're doing. Put your hands up. Like, it's comically over the top, but that's actually how I felt about it. It was,
Yeah.
it's kind of like if you were to sit down across from your opponent and then while they're playing, one of their friends walks over and just puts a card in their hand and they keep going like it's nothing. And you're like, did no one else see that? What's going on?
So here, let's slow motion this right here. He's writing down his life total. Okay. And then in one motion, he reaches for his library and he picks up the card. Did you see it? It was right.
Yeah, it's real subtle. It may take you a minute, maybe a couple of viewings to see it all.
Does this have a frame by frame? Apparently not.
No, it's crappy player.
But yeah, you can. Oh, you can't even.
The trick is to use his other hand.
Can't even manually frame by frame. Now, that wouldn't normally cause us to talk about that sort of thing on Monday Night Magic because, okay, random guy cheating at his local game shop, whatever.
Not cool.
Yeah, not cool.
But not news.
But not newsworthy. And then people referred me to this, where we found out who he is. This is Dan Lanthier. He won GP Vancouver in 2015, GP Quebec City in 2015, and finished fourth at the Team Modern event, GP Detroit. So,
Yeah.
And if you rewind a bit, Nationals.
Yeah, and he won Nationals in 2008 in Canada, and in 2011 he came in third.
Yeah.
So the problem with that is that cheat that we just watched over and over again is so blatant and so obviously practiced. That was not a mistake. That was not sloppy play.
No.
That suddenly his entire Magic playing history is called into question. I mean...
Yeah.
And honestly, rightfully so.
Yeah, when you demonstrate obvious cheating, that means that you've done it enough that you're comfortable doing that in front of people. Like, I'm not going to say any specific event because I don't know, because I don't have Twitch replays of every event, but even if this is the very first time he ever did it, seeing that makes it uncomfortable, and the absence of replays for everything he's ever done, we're going to think about that now whenever we see him play, let alone if he wins.
Yep.
So, even more reasons not to cheat beyond the obvious. Everything is now tainted.
Yeah, and with the whole cheating in Magic, lots of people, various Magic personalities are saying, yeah, the way that there's no reason not to cheat because you just get a slap on the wrist and you get lots of prize money. And that's messed up. And I don't know if that's quite the right perspective to take.
Yeah.
But hopefully Wizards will do something about their policies. Because remember, when Burton Cheney was unbanned and he finished well at the whatever GP it was just recently, people lost their mind and got mad at Wizards. Well, I mean, that's what they have in place. They're like, why is he still playing? Because that's how it works. He did his time and now he can play again. So, kind of hoping they crack down a little more on cheating.
Yeah.
So we can quit doing this every time someone catches somebody doing something like this on camera. On camera! What the hell, man?
The fact that so much is streamed now makes the fact that people are still willing to cheat on camera really uncomfortable for all the times they're not on camera. Like, that's awful. And yeah, I think that Wizards is gonna inevitably have to continue upping the ante and upping the consequences for cheating, because while everything that they're doing right now is definitely in accordance with the rules they've already established, they've still got to deal with the optics of all of it. And right now, that's not great.
Explain what you mean by the optics of all of it.
So regardless of the fact that, like, as we established before, if they set the rules for this is how long you're banned, and then they let you come back and play, well, you can play. That's the rules. That's what's there. I completely agree that if those are the rules, that's what you play by. But if everyone's really upset with this idea, true or not, that cheating is going on rampantly and crazily, true or not, if that's the perception that people have and they don't feel that cheating is being appropriately disincentivized, they have to do something about it. Like, that looks bad and it's uncomfortable, because when you take people to a Magic tournament, you're expecting them to invest a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy. And if they think it's not a fair event, you've got a problem. Whether or not it is a fair event isn't like, I mean, that's definitely important, first of all. But if it's a completely fair event and no one thinks it's fair, it's still a problem. And they're going to have to find ways to address that very publicly, especially in cases where they can obviously see and confirm, yes, cheating happened, and we.
Yeah. All right, then. I just meant the term optics, but that works too. It's much more
how something looks to the public, regardless of how it really is.
Yes. So, is that it?
I think that's it.
Pretty much, yeah. I have a note that the Battle Bond cards went live while we were gone in Magic Online, but that's not a discussion. It's just letting you know.
Oh, they did. I thought we mentioned that already.
We might have mentioned it on the other one, and I forgot.
We mentioned that they were being added to treasure chests. That's all we said.
Oh, yeah. This is saying that they're live now.
Okay, so, cool.
There you go. That is that.
Nice.
Hooray.
All right. Well, how about we wrap this up then, gentlemen?
Cool. So since it's been a while, I just have to take a moment and say that, yes, Squee won the Goblin contest on Twitter. So, was there ever a question? Amazing Goblin power. Wonderful. So great. 7th place deck. Past that, you can find me on Twitter at SqueeGoblinTheBob. There's no I in Goblin because, I mean, there's no telling where it is at this point. It's been a few weeks. It may be off having fun in the storms. It might be off at the Plague Crafters waiting for its glasses. It's probably got a monocle. I don't know. No telling. But you can find me on Twitter, so that's fun. And I have not seen Venom. I don't know anyone who has. I guess that movie's not doing great. Normally I talk about comic book movies, and that's all I got. So
my mom actually asked if I wanted to go see it, and I was like, not really. She goes, because apparently it's doing really well at the box office. And I went, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's actually ranked pretty highly at the box office the past couple of weeks, but that may be what it's up against, not actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
like it's weird because it was one of those things that I didn't have that much of a desire to see. And then I think when the comment from like Hardy came out of like, well, the best scenes didn't make it in the final cut, I'm like, ooh. When your lead guy is coming out there saying that the best stuff didn't make it into the movie, that's not good. So
according to boxofficemojo.com, it made $80 million its opening weekend. Its domestic take thus far has been $142 million, and its worldwide take is $377 million.
So it's probably doing better than DC movies,
which is way more than I expected.
Huh. I don't know. Like, I mean, it may be something I check eventually, just on like a free Saturday or something, but it's not like I have that many other movies going on right now. Like, October tends to suck for movies for me because I really don't care about slasher movies. And that's kind of what they flood it with.
I haven't seen anybody talk about it, though. How is it doing this well if nobody went to see it?
Well, Alex Shaw went to see it. He did a quick review of it. That's on his Patreon exclusive feed. And I know that Movie Bob did a quick review of it. And neither of them had anything nice to say.
Yeah, but
like
Movie Bob hates everything Spider-Man released in the last decade.
Well, in his defense.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying he's not exactly the best source for.
But this isn't Spider. I wonder if people went in expecting to see Spider-Man. The normal, the Muggles, who didn't know that this wasn't a Spider-Man movie.
I mean, I assume that anyone who went into it thinking it was a Spider-Man movie is probably more aware of it than the average person, since they never mentioned Spider-Man in any of the promo stuff.
True.
But I don't know. Past that, I think just tangentially, it's kind of funny to me that James Gunn went to do the new Suicide Squad movie. Since so much of the first Suicide Squad movie was rewritten to be more like Guardians, they've come full circle. So we'll see where that goes in a few years. But anyway, that's enough of my tangenting. This is normally stuff that we talk about on Odds and Ends, so I'll hand it over to Cluze.
All right, I have no tangents. Those are all done or going to be in the Odds and Ends. So, hey, if you want to find me...
Do you have sines and or cosines?
Oh, yes, I have those.
That's how you get tangents.
That's how you get tangents, Cluze. You've got tangents.
But
just haven't put in the work.
Sokotoa, Cluze.
No, I'm sorry. That doesn't make any sense. I have seen students struggle with this. It can't possibly be true that if I have sines and cosines that I also have tangents.
Okay, that's a good point.
No way. No way. Now I'm sad again.
It happens.
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Lacluyze, spelled just like it is in ye olde show notes. Did you know we have show notes? You should check those out.
We do.
Has links to all the stuff we talked about tonight.
Yeah.
It do.
Take it away, Chewie.
But it do.
They
but
do.
It do.
They does.
But they did.
Yes.
Can has links.
What tweet? What tweet?
The text-based web browser links, of course, is what I'm referring to here.
Ah, yeah, I remember that.
Not the OS 10.
No.
Definitely not.
Certainly not the Atari handheld ?
Oh, the links. Anyway,
Yeah.
So you can find all the stuff that I do on anywhere on the internet as the Mana Pool. So the Mana Pool podcast is streamed right here on Twitch on Thursdays, and also it's on themanapool.com. And then on the YouTube channel right now. So while I was gone, I had lots of, let's see, The Walking Dead and Hearthstone and Rogue Legacy. I finally finished Rogue Legacy on YouTube. And now what's going up is The Messenger, a new 2D side-scrolling game that it's retro style. It starts as 8-bit. Later in the game, spoilers, it jumps to 16-bit, which is brilliant. But it's essentially Ninja Gaiden, but with modern design sensibilities, and it's so good. And those videos are going up. Also, the video that went up today, I opened 46 packs of Eternal. You know, Eternal, that card game, the digital card game by Direwolf Digital. Because of the starter bundle and the Twitch Prime offer, I had 46 packs. So I opened them all before I had any idea I knew how to play Eternal, but I still don't know anything about the meta or anything like that. So if you want to see a noob open 46 packs of Eternal, there you go. It's on youtube.com/themanapool. And The Messenger. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And it's hilarious. The shopkeeper might be the best shopkeeper in video games, and that's saying something.
There's a lot of competition in that slot.
Yeah, and it's because he'll actually break the fourth wall, and he'll tell you stories. Oh, it's brilliant. So, that's that. Here on Twitch, I've streamed, let's see, what did I stream? I streamed some Eternal, my very first sealed league on Eternal. That was cool. And then last night I streamed some Hearthstone and got my Golden Warlock finally. Ooh. So now I have 4 classes left that aren't golden. Priest is close. Warrior, Shaman, and Rogue are not close. So, yeah, I gotten 5 out of 9. Not bad for someone who's bad at that game. You get a golden warlock by winning, or a golden hero by winning 500 games in ranked with that class. So, it's a lot of work. So that's what's going on, and all the streaming happens on twitch.tv/themanapool. Yeah. And of course, you can find me on Twitter at @themanapool. Everywhere's the Manapool. If you want to become a lifeguard, you can do that at patreon.com/themanapool, where you get such things as Manapool episodes and YouTube videos early. You can get the early stuff and the odds and ends. So the early stuff is the uncommon lifeguard. The rare lifeguard gets you the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded.
It's like when you forward twice.
Yeah, it's recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the Manapool. That's uncensored and unfiltered and just nonsense.
Inedible.
It's inedible, yes. And then the mythic lifeguards get the early stuff, the odds and ends, and the shout out on both podcasts and on the end screen for all the YouTube videos. So, I would like to thank the following mythic lifeguards: Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Lance Delicious, Team U Hellas Haryu, Connor Kennedy, John Morris, Jeff Spencer, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Bosco Brattain, Casey, Fayan Says, Danny Liao, Jason Doan, Cody Buckowing, Jake Jansons, Jason Kaus, Gothic Man, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, Keith Moody, John Parker, Violet Moon, Dan Holm, Bardle, Mike Millerburn, and the Beastfather, Aaron Goodwine. Who? Also, each lifeguard tier gets you the appropriately colored name in the, hang on, my...
Discord?
No, my cable here is in my way. Yes, in the Manapool Discord server, which you should totally join because we're awesome. The link to that is down in the show notes somewhere in every episode, so by all means, go check it out. Or the invite link? I don't know what you call it on that. I think it's an invite link. Yes.
Go to the show notes to find out.
Yes. So there you go. That's all that. Also, please, if you enjoy Monday Night Magic or anything else, by all means, share it. Because that helps us grow far faster than basically anything. So, please do spread the word. That is easily the best and fastest way to help us grow the audience, grow Manapool Productions as a whole, and get more people in on it. And with that, I guess we're done, right?
I think so.
Yep.
All right, then. So, this has been Monday Night Magic number 627. Thank you all so very much for listening, and go play some Magic.